It's really cool. So what they're doing is this is called a oneer. It's an unbroken shot, and they're actually giving the illusion of doing a oneer. It's not an actual oneer, and I'll explain how they did that later. The camera move that makes the match so seamless. The camera is moving from left to right as he dodges definitely, and then she's moving from left to right. Look how she's moved across the frame too. It's very, very well composed. Incredible. Also, really good pacing. Okay, this is very important for the edit. A lot of professional editors will know this. There's a rhythm to the edit, is what it's called. And the camera actually takes a brief respite and rests itself here. And we get the classic. I talked about it before. Should quiz you guys here. It is the hero shot. This one's a little tighter, and as far as the lens goes, too. She has disgusting freak zombies grabbing at her. She's got tentacles. These guys look a lot more threatening than that. Tentacle. Depending on what website you're on. Hello, my name is Philip. I'm a filmmaker, and today we're going to be looking at The Climb, Season 2018 Cinematic, League of Legends, and analyzing the cinematic language. So I'm very excited today. We watched Ruination last time, and as always, you guys have been amazing in the comments, telling me about lore and recommending other videos. So you recommended that actually Ruination was a sequel to some of these earlier videos. So I'm actually going to be going over The Climb, and then I think there's another video too that comes before Ruination. So please keep up these amazing recommendations. It's been so much fun going through all of the KDA videos, League of Legends. I want to keep expanding too. I want to keep expanding. Some people have mentioned like Overwatch, Final Fantasy XIV, all of which have incredible cinematics I've heard. If you guys have been enjoying my breakdowns of League of Legends, KDA, Final Fantasy, please make sure to subscribe. We hit 5,000 subscribers last week, and we are well on our way to 10K. You guys have been so awesome. So make sure to like this video. And of course, follow on Twitch if you want to be part of the conversation live. So let me know in the comments, who is your favorite character in this video and why? Is it because of their gameplays, because of their backstory and their lore? Very excited as always. Let's get right into this. Oh, really cool. Really cool intro. I love that tone. Oh, an arrow. Okay, I really like that choice to show. Yeah, this is going to be good. Kind of pan out from that intro. Very calm. It tells us so much about this guy. Instantaneously, he's calm within the storm. He's meditative before the war. Oh, wow, that was a really cool shot, the way it spun around there. Love what I'm seeing. Fantastic transition there through the smoke. We'll have to go back and look at that. Oh, man, such a kinetic energy to this one. This is one of the best shot action sequences in any of the videos I've seen so far from League. It's really cool. So what they're doing is this is called a oneer. It's an unbroken shot, and they're actually giving the illusion of doing a oneer. It's not an actual oneer, and I'll explain how they did that later. There's a little transition with the smoke, meant to look like the same smoke, but in fact it's not. That was a great shot too, and here we are, another awesome transition, meant to the illusion of an unbroken shot. It just brings this kinetic energy to it, this movement, this energy. Oh, I absolutely love it. Whoa. Okay, we got 3 characters so far with the transitions. This must be their powers in-game as champions. I'm not sure what his is so far, but it looks like he has like an after-image ability. That's pretty cool. His after-image helped himself. That's very cool. Man, you see what I mean though? Look, it's the illusion of one unbroken shot. He hits the ground, she's underwater. I love it. Yeah, this is mwah, so far. Incredible. Also, really good pacing. Really good pacing. It's crazy, crazy, crazy kinetic shot, and then boom. Flatline. She's in the water. Gives you a moment to breathe as she cannot breathe. Fantastic. Okay, this is our friend from the other video now. This is the guy from Ruination. Okay. He has the same weapon that Senna was tuning up for him. I love what I see here. And this is the same enemies from the Mist. So this must mean the Dark King. Okay. That's not him, but wow. Okay, that was really cool. That was really cool. There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack. Let me see if I don't want to miss the secret ending again. You guys got very upset when I missed the secret ending before. Okay. I think we're good this time. What a fantastic video. There's so much to talk about here. That's obviously the highlight of this. If you guys have ever seen the film Children of Men, there's fantastic, several fantastic sequences where not only is there a true oneer, like an unbroken sequence, but they give the illusion of an unbroken sequence. Even though it's very impressive, there's a couple times where they're able to kind of cheat a little bit and then they do cut the camera, and it'll be like panning through by smoke, something like that, and they're able to cut it, a wall, smoke, something that it is very easy to match cut, as it's called in the edits. So let's go through this again. I'll show you exactly what happens here. What a great intro, though. The juxtaposition of having him completely calm, and then I didn't even catch it was an arrow because it's so silent. It's like he's within his own world. He's encased within his own world. It's so cool. It's kind of like muffled. And you'll notice what they do with the sound here. They make the sound as if kind of like we're hearing it through studio headphones, as if it's his mind interpreting the sound. And then it pans out here. It's going to widen out both our perspective and his perspective, as if he's looking within here. He's meditating. He's looking within. Then as he brings himself back to reality, present moment unravels, and he's able to kind of sense the arrows coming. Notice the confidence as he closes his eyes. We realize, oh, God. Well, he's about to get shot by a million arrows. Now, what does he do here? His ability looks... I mean, I don't know what his ability is, but he looks broken. Yeah, so that's it right there. The transition with the smoke. Check this out. Right there. See, he is actually creating this explosion. It looks like one of his abilities, perhaps, or it's some sort of incendiary round. Some other missile is being fired at him, and he's evading it. But look, we go through this smoke, if we frame by frame here. And then look what happens. The smoke slightly changes color, and we are in a different place. But there's a couple key things here to realize, okay? Not only is it the smoke and the beautiful seamless transition, it is the camera move that makes the match so seamless and so beautiful. Ready? He goes here, and watch. The camera is moving from left to right as he dodges deftly, and then she's moving from left to right. It's just well done. It's just incredibly well done. Look how she's moved across the frame, too. It's very, very well composed altogether so far for this one. So she is like some sort of geomancer job from Final Fantasy is what comes to mind here. I mean, she's able to create this, make this like rocky crag into a sort of cover for herself. And she's also surfing on what seems to be a rock. This must be some like earth mage. You'll have to let me know in the comments, but very cool here. That is actually one of the closer sort of expression moments we get here in the acting for this video, because it's so action-packed. It's impressive too, considering how short this video is, how much they've crammed into it. Yeah, very well done. I mean, let's just look at this. She is creating this in a like Sonic the Hedgehog moment here. It's just blasting through it. I love that. Yeah, that was a really cool transition. So look at this. It's like she goes into this green smoke this time, this dark smoke, and it transitions perfectly. But again, notice the camera move. This very satisfying movement. Like up here, we're coming around. The camera comes down just like this from left to right across the frame, and then boom, we follow her. And then the after image we think is actually her. For someone like me who doesn't know these abilities and these champions' abilities as well as you guys, perhaps. Boom, it's this guy. It's so well done. And the camera actually takes a brief respite and rests itself here. Yeah, very cool. And this guy looks familiar. Was this guy in the Awaken video, or am I thinking of somebody else? I think I'm thinking of somebody else. The guy in the Awaken video. Yeah. I think it has to be. Wow, that's a cool ability too. He was able to kind of like zap these guys and expel them. So, okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3. This would be 3 heroes. If we count this sort of like Gundam character over here, that's a 4th, right? Am I missing anybody? I love how like they seem to showcase a different number of heroes each time, or number of champions each time. Like how much can we fit in? This one's shorter. It comes in at 2:20, or about 2 minutes. That's kind of cool too. He actually breaks through glass, and then it's just really well done, man. Because look, he breaks through the glass. This is probably my favorite transition. Because look, he goes through the glass, and the glass, you know, when it breaks, it turns into essentially like dust, into sand. If you ever created stained glass scoring or anything like that, you always get this glass dust caught in your hand. It's very painful. It's a lot of fun though. Definitely one of the cooler arts. And then, you know, it looks like almost these bubbles could be the glass dust or the shards, and then of course it's bubbles. It's great. Yeah, this is great because, like I said, pacing, man. It's just so impressive to me that in the space of less than a minute and a half, we're at 1 minute and 23 seconds, we've created this beautiful pacing. and just mixed it up that extra mile. And this is let's count this out for a 2-minute video. We're at 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you get a 10-second breath to just kind of woo, and that's not just to rest your eyes. Okay, this is very important for the edit. A lot of professional editors will know this. There's a rhythm to the edit, is what it's called, and you don't want to always have shots jumping back and forth constantly. You know, there are movies like The Bourne Ultimatum and stuff that do this. It's kind of like the documentary style. It's a different thing because it's documentary style. We'll talk about it sometime. There are a lot of games that do that too. But for this, it's giving you the ability to rest your eyes, but also process all of that important information that you just took in. We're talking about, you saw 3, 4 heroes in 3 or 4 different sets and locations fighting 3 or 4 different sets of enemies and different abilities and different powers and different shots and stuff, a lot of movement. So this is a great choice. A lot of people might think, man, for a 2-minute video, 10 seconds of her chilling in the water. I like it. I think it's a fantastic choice. Congrats to the directors, the editors, and storyboarders for that. And then she swims. She looks very nice. Wow. Yeah, this is a very good transition too. Now, are these the same enemies as the guys from The Mist? I don't think they are, because it seems to be like water-dwelling enemies here. Now, what I don't know is her ability. Is her ability this octopi tentacles here protecting her, or is that the enemy attacking her? Or is her ability just she has a cool pirate pistol thing? I can't really tell. You guys have to let me know. I think it's protecting her. I think it's protecting her because these guys look a lot more threatening than that tentacle, depending on what website you're on. Anyway. Yeah, this guy's great. I don't think they say his name in the other video. They do say Senna's name. That would be his. You guys let me know in the comments. Thank you for the information. That is, in fact, his lover, Senna. So I think this would be where he's going to rescue her, right, or free her. It's not going to show that right here necessarily, but yeah, this is a great shot. His ability is clearly this kind of like short, like jump step, teleportation step that he can do. Incredible speed, but it looks like kind of a dodge you would have in a video game. Which there's a lot to talk about here. Let's try and pick it apart. Again, being one massive shot, it's a lot harder than you guys would think. It's not as simple as just, yeah, whatever, follow him like he's playing a video game. Let's look at this. So he bursts from the pile of enemies, and we get the classic. I talked about it before. I should quiz you guys here. What is it called? What is it called? I told you guys before. It is the hero shot. The classic hero shot. This one's a little tighter. And as far as the lens goes, too, we actually have a beautiful shallow depth of field in the back for this particular moment of it. I think that does change throughout the focal point. But what we have here is this hero shot. He looks very heroic. He's got these weapons brandished. He's tossing enemies off of him. Pile of enemies have fallen at his feet. And we take, for the pacing reasons, look at this little beautiful moment there. It's probably less than a second, but it's that nice. The camera, if you notice, just kind of punches in. Beautiful, just to kind of showcase who he is, give a little emotion to it, show his struggle. He's sweating, man. He's been out here for a while. He's been fighting up the steps to his target up there. But look at this, great shot. Beautiful composition. Look at this diagonal line. We talked about these beautiful compositions in the last video, Ruination. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect composition. He's on the rightmost third right here, the rightmost lower third. This creature up here on the leftmost upper third, just perfect composition. I love to see that. But what I'm saying is, why is that more impressive? This is a moving shot. This isn't camera cuts, and they were able to adjust the composition accordingly. No, it was during the movement. So that's why this is extra impressive. And then we have this great shot where the camera gets really close to him. See? And then when he gets super close, this guy's coming for him. And you're like, oh, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? He can't escape. He can't escape. The guy swings. Boom. He dodges up to that rock. It's just great. But I guess what I'm saying is you have to picture this as if it was a real cameraman. It'd be an insanely difficult shot to pull off. Insanely difficult with this much action, this many people, moving parts. And look at him just driving up. The enemies increase, and he's like, I don't care. I'm going up there anyway. Just blast through him. Yet another enemy, another boss. And there's our final epic, heroic shot as he's actually coming towards the camera. Look at the ferocity in his eyes. Look at the intensity. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I cannot say enough about this one. It's very short, but it's very good. And that seems to be the hallmark of these videos, man. It's like, this is why I've actually been applauding these videos. You have to remember, we look at these as short stories, as short films. Do they create some questions? Do they answer them? Again, this one did not have any spoken dialogue, no spoken words were exchanged, but it gave us a lot of feeling, kind of a message. And for me, the message of this video is, let's go back to right this part. It makes me think of this moment right here. And by the way, what do you guys think the message of this video is? I mean, you know more about League of Legends than me. But what I get for this is, let me know if I'm right, ever driving forward, ever pushing forward in the face of adversity, in the face of challenges, in the face of enemies, in the face of trials and ordeals and difficulties. Look at this. He's driving forward. He's got a freaking army of people. One man against an army. That's why I said he was broken. She's just driving forward. This thing tries to stop her right here. We have a freaking avalanche of rocks. She says, nope, we're still going. She has a bunch of explosions about to hit her, so she says, we're going to just pull a Sonic the Hedgehog. We will not stop. We will keep going. Ever forward. So that, I think, is the main message of this. Later, we have this guy. He actually gets kind of stopped up here at one point and falls to his apparent doom. But I think of this next lady here. I'm looking at him overcoming the challenges, though. Using his own after image. You guys have to tell me about that one. Oh, it's not. Okay, I was wrong. It's not his after image. He's using the enemy who he froze in midair to the monkey bars off him. But yeah, it's great. This lady has fallen into a dark abyss of watery end for herself. She has disgusting freak zombies grabbing at her. She's got tentacles trying to undress her. And what does she do? She keeps going. She keeps going. She does not give up. Ever forward. Ever forward. Our final friend here, I can't remember his name. They didn't say it in the last video, so I don't actually know his name. But drives ever forward. There's a freaking wall of enemies right here. What does he do? Does he give up? No. He runs through the wall of enemies, just unpacking every bullet. I don't think it's bullets operated, but you know what I mean. Very, very well done. Let's go back to this. I think this one shot kind of sums it up for me. Yeah, that is such a cool shot. I love it. I love it. We start very intimate in this video. There's a perspective of the flute, incredibly close up, incredibly intimate, almost like we're hearing what he's hearing. And then the video just gets wider and wider and broadens our horizons, broadens what the camera sees. Absolutely fantastic. I give it full marks. Next, we're actually going to break down the following video to this. I was told there is another one between, so please let me know what that is in the comments. I do want to break that down. We're going to get a lot more content on this channel, so please recommend me more videos. I'm enjoying it so much. These have been absolutely fantastic. Guys, like I said, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know who your favorite character is to use in the game in this video, but also just like, what is the message of this video? What's your favorite part of it? What's your favorite little mini sequence? I mean, we're looking at about 30-second sequences for each of these, and they're so well done. They've conveyed so much information in that time. So full marks for me, man. Hats off to the directors, the planners, the storyboarder, everything, the editor. Fantastic. I mean, for God's sake, the animators. Whew. Glorious. Even look at his hair. It looks very well done. It looks very well done. That's what I think of that, guys. I will see you next time. Make sure to follow on Twitch. We're always having a great time over there. Thank you so much again for 5K subs. Let's do this. Let's get in there. Let me know what else you want me to react to. See you around town.